Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to WJOB Veterans Views Radio Show. We are airing live this wonderful, beautiful Friday morning from Hammond, Indiana, in the Strachan Van Til Food Mark Studios. And we are also live on your radio dial at 104.7 FM and 1230 AM. And also, we have a new YouTube channel. All you have to do is go subscribe to the new WJOB 1230 YouTube channel. That's WJOB 1230. If you subscribe to this channel, you'll get everything in your feed, including this show. And our show is called Veterans Views. It's WJOB Veterans Views if you want to do a YouTube search for it directly. All right, and with that being said, we have a wonderful guest here today. From the Wicker Memorial Park Fund, and also you are in charge, Kelly, of all the events over at Wicker,
yes,
right? And it's wonderful to see. How are you this morning, ma'am?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Beautiful day, sweater weather.
Yeah.
And Adrian, our North Township trustee, Adrian Santos, is supposed to join us and is running late, so we'll keep a seat. When he gets here, I'll let him have my headset and I'll skedaddle off. But before we get to you, let me introduce my wonderful co-hosts. We have Mr. Steve Bramer, Rocky Rockwell.
Steve Bramer.
Yes, back from his TAD in the Middle East, and our newest co-host, Leslie Fernandez. How's everybody this morning?
Everybody's great. Everybody great?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful day in Northwest Indiana.
Thank God.
Yeah. And before we talk about what's coming up with the North Township Trustee's Office, a really, really cool thing, the 26th annual Victory for Veterans Ride on, I believe it's the 28th. Is that right,
Yes.
Kelly? Yes. Yep. And you're going to tell us all about that. We have some announcements to make. I'm going to start by talking about 9/11. The September 11th attacks, also known colloquially as at 9/11, were 4 coordinated Islamist terrorist suicide attacks by Al-Qaeda, led by Osama bin Laden against the United States in 2001. 19 terrorists hijacked 4 commercial airliners, 2 of which were flown into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City. The third into the Pentagon, which is the headquarters of the U.S. Department of Defense in Arlington County, Virginia. And the 4th plane crashed in a rural Stony Creek Township, Pennsylvania field at the site of the present-day Flight 93 National Memorial during a passenger revolt, or else it would have probably gone to either the U.S. Capitol or another location, possibly. In response to the attacks, the United States waged the global war on terror over multiple decades to eliminate hostile groups deemed terrorist organizations, as well as the governments purported to support them. Ringleader Mohammed Atta flew American Airlines Flight 11 into the North Tower of the World Trade Center complex at 8:46 a.m. 17 minutes later at 9:03, United Airlines Flight 175 hit the South Tower. Both collapsed within an hour and 42 minutes, destroying the remaining 5 structures in the complex. American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon at 9:37, causing a partial collapse. And the 4th and final flight, United Airlines Flight 93, was believed by investigators to target either United States Capitol or the White House. Alerted to the previous attacks, the passengers revolted against the hijackers, who crashed the aircraft into a field near Shanksville, Pennsylvania at 10:03 a.m. And the Federal Aviation Administration ordered an indefinite ground stop for all air traffic in U.S. airspace, preventing any further aircraft departures until September 13th, and requiring all airborne aircraft to return to the point of origin or divert to Canada. The actions undertaken in Canada to support incoming aircraft and their occupants were collectively titled Operation Yellow Ribbon. The death toll, 2,996 people perished, 2,977 victims, and 19 Al-Qaeda terrorists. Injured, no one really has a definite number. It can't be precise. It's between 6,000 to 25,000 plus. The last person rescued from the site 27 hours after the collapse was found by a dog named Tracker, a German shepherd who actually collapsed from his injuries that day from smoke inhalation. Sirius, a yellow lab with the Port Authority Police, was the only known canine to die during the 11 attacks on the World Trade Center when he was killed in his basement kennel when the first tower collapsed. Approximately 300 dogs participated in the search and rescue efforts, including Tracker, who found the last survivor, as I said, and guide dogs, Roselle and Salty, who helped their blind handlers escape. There is also Britannia, a golden retriever who was one of the last surviving search and rescue dogs, and she died on June 6, 2015. Could we please have a moment of silence for all of the victims and just that horrific day? And now I want to go on to a little bit more what's going on, and then I'm going to end on a positive note before we talk to you, Kelly, because we have to end on a positive note. Our country is in mourning as gun violence is on the rise. 2 mass shootings and the murder of a media personality took place within the last 2 months. June 14th, 2025, Melissa Hortman, her spouse Mark, and their golden retriever Gilbert were shot and killed at their home by a man impersonating a police officer. Another lawmaker, John Hoffman, and his wife were shot earlier that night by the same man. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz said the shooting appeared to be politically motivated assassination and issued a proclamation that flags at all state buildings be flown at half-staff. On August 27, 2025, 2 young children were killed and 21 others were injured in a shooting during a Catholic Mass packed with students and adults at Annunciation Catholic Church in Minneapolis. The shooter, Robin Westman, approached from the outside of the building and fired a rifle through the church windows toward children and worshipers. The shooter also used a shotgun and a pistol they had legally purchased. The shooter later turned a firearm on themselves and took their own life. Just this past week on September 10th, Desmond Holly, 16, shot and killed 2 fellow students at Evergreen High School in Evergreen, Colorado, before turning the gun on himself and ending his life. Police say he was heavily radicalized with extreme views. And then, yes, this was actually the same day, this September 10th, political activist, media personality, and Turning Point USA co-founder Charles James Kirk, known professionally as Charlie Kirk, died after he was shot with a high-powered bolt-action rifle at an event at Utah Valley University while speaking to a large crowd at an outdoor Prove Me Wrong debate. The gunman or woman, the shooter, used a long rifle approximately 200 yards away atop a rooftop and killed Kirk with 1 shot to his neck. Born in Chicago suburb of Arlington Heights, Charlie Kirk was the son of Kimberly, a mental health counselor, and Robert Kirk, an architect. Mr. Kirk leaves behind a wife, son, and daughter. Unofficial reports this morning state that a person of interest has been taken into custody, but police have not confirmed that report. Horrible. Horrible, the gun violence. We should have a show just on this. This is horrible, or a podcast. And let's have another moment of silence. Absolutely horrible. And on a good note, before we talk to you, Kelly, the VFW, the Veterans of Foreign Wars, elected Carol Whitmore as the first new national female commander. And this Commander Whitmore is an Iowa native, and again, the first woman elected to lead this 125-year-old organization. She was elected by a congressionally chartered veterans service organization that's comprised of approximately 1 million eligible combat veterans and military service members from all 6 branches. So congratulations to new national commander of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, Carol Whitmore. And on that note,
Wonderful.
Yes, that's wonderful. Got to end on a nice note. Welcome to the show. Tell us what's going on at the North Township Trustee's office.
Well, the North Township Trustee's office just finished up their busiest part of the year with the ending of our summer concert series. So our last show was on August 21st, and now we're moving on to their biggest event of the year, which is our 26th annual summer Victory for Veterans Memorial Ride. So
exciting. Which Rocky's going to speak at. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're glad Adrian was here last week, and he invited Rocky to be our guest speaker. So I'm so grateful.
It's an honor. Pleasure.
He's going to be available.
Yeah.
But we have averaging of 2,500 to 3,000 people there in the park all day. We've had as many as 2,200 motorcycles in the police escorted procession. It goes along a 27-mile route along Ridge Road, Calumet Avenue, Route 30, and then IN-55 or Taft or Cleveland, depending on where you're at, and then back to Ridge Road. So we get a lot of support from the community as well as the participants in the ride itself. Law enforcement is a huge factor, as we couldn't do it without them. So it's coordinated by Lake County Sheriff's Office, and then we get assistance from the individual communities as the ride passes through each town. Griffith Fire Department does a great job when they do the garrison over Ridge Road and Broad. So we're just really grateful for everybody that helps this event take place, because I do the planning, but the actual execution takes lots and lots and lots of people. So this year, I'm so excited because each year everybody isn't aware of how the financial end of the ride is structured or how it's controlled. It is under a Indiana registered 501c3, which is the Wicker Park Memorial Fund. So it's not operated or utilizes tax dollars in any way. And we have a 7-member board, all volunteers. I am the president. Jeff Toonstra is the treasurer. And Liz Olivo, who happens to be the administrator assistant at the township, she's a secretary. And then we, Pappy Day, who is the commander for AMVRA, Chapter 1.
You were hoping he'd be here today, but he
I was
couldn't
hoping.
make it.
He's a school teacher, so getting out in the morning is a little bit difficult. He is a history teacher, actually.
Oh,
So,
that's cool.
So between AMVRA, who is the partner in this event, always has been, we do a great job, I think, as far as supporting our veterans. It's very important to me because my dad served 25 years in World War II and Korea. My brother was a Vietnam vet. And there's so many veterans here in Lake County. We're one of the largest communities of veterans in the state. So this year...
Second to Marion County only.
Yeah. So this year, we were able to come in contact, and it was totally random. And that's how I believe is good things drop in your lap sometimes. So Dawn Michaels from Habitat of Humanity and Kristen Marlowe told us about a Veterans Build project that they're doing in Lake Station in a new Riverwalk subdivision. And so the single-family home is in the process of being constructed for a specific family. And then they have a project that's in the works, not yet started, transformational housing. So it's going to be 2 different duplexes, which is going to offer a place for a veteran and their family to land until they get ready to actually buy their veteran home. So we have committed this year to, and we will be presenting it at the right, $10,000 as a start to help with these projects. They also own a lot in Hammond on Webb Street. They just have to find a veteran, to occupy it because they designed the house for that particular family. So I'm just grateful we're able to do it because everybody doesn't see what we do all year long. I'm bad about promoting our successes. I'm trying to reach out to the veterans community as the North Township does. Without the township, we couldn't do what we do either. So we have our monthly veterans coffee socials. Those have been going on almost 3 years, and those were initiated partnering with the VA, first out of Jesse Brown, now with Adam Benjamin. Xavier Garcia is our colleague, our rep from there. And then we do a Veterans Barbecue in July. We do a Veterans Thanksgiving dinner. This year it'll be on November 11th, actually on Veterans Day at the Social Center. We've taken a bus trip to Kokomo for the All Veterans Reunion. So we do a lot of things here and there, but people just aren't aware of them. But we do have social media, so we hope that people will check us out on Facebook. We promote everything on the Office of the North Township Trustee's Office Facebook page, Wicker Memorial Park, and Wicker Park Memorial Fund page. So if
And you know what? You do all these events annually, but you also have ongoing programs. That's a wonderful network of ongoing programs that service the community through the North Township Trustee's office. And
Yes.
I looked at the NTTO Facebook, the website, not the
Right.
The programs that you offer is amazing. Ongoing programs.
Right.
Yeah.
So we actually have, two sides because we have individual staff members that manage and coordinate the community service type events, which would be our job fair, our blood drives, our school clothing voucher programs, and then we have the events that are open to the public, which are like our cruise nights, our summer concerts, our jazz and blues. We have our trunk or treat coming up, which Steve and the DAV over here are going to participate in.
Oh, fun. I wanna
On
go.
Saturday, October 25th, and that's from 1 to 3 at Wicker Park. So we're still looking for participants in that. And we have over 1,000 kids that show up for this. I don't have any small children. All my kids are grown. But the amount of time that parents take to bring their children to stand in these lines just to go through this and collect the candy, I mean, it's really it's a spectacular event. Honestly, it's so much fun, especially if you're a Halloween person, which our chief of staff Nikki is. She's totally a Halloween person. Steve is too. When he came a couple of years ago, he and his family
Steve.
dressed up as the Addams Family.
Oh.
So it was really good. So it was really good.
Oh, I got to hear about that.
So last year we had Rocky is that his name? Rocky the Rail Cat.
Is that what the Rail Cat's
His
mascot is? Name is Rocky?
I think so. And we had the Windy City Ghostbusters. We had a contest actually amongst staff members between decorating a vehicle in our own costumes. So we have a costume contest. We have a DJ. We'll have a food vendor there. So we hope people will come out and bring their children, grandchildren. It's not restricted just to township members, but there is a lot going on at the township. And I don't think people realize how hard Adrian, the trustee, has to work because there's like 5 different businesses that make up North Township. Between Dial-A-Ride, the golf course, Poor Relief, which is our core function, and then all the events that we do. And then we do the monthly senior luncheons, which we just had our very successful senior picnic, which is always at the pavilion. We had almost 300 seniors there.
You had the National Guard golf outing.
We had the National Golf outing in
you're having the blood drives regularly every month.
Yeah.
So
there's
many things.
Always something going on. So we had already 70 events this year.
Wow. And let me just hold that thought and let's talk about more stuff. I want to give the most sincerest apologies to our contributors. I forgot to ask Mr. Bramer here to read the contributors. Do you want to read them? Oh, it turned off? Okay. We have to thank our wonderful folks who are keeping us on the air. Here you go. Just refresh it by hitting it like that, Steve.
Okay, gotcha. Technology,
yes.
Okay, we would like to thank these people for keeping the show going. We want to thank American Legion, Hammond Victory Post 168. They meet the first Tuesday at 6 p.m. at 6849 Columbia Avenue in Hammond, 219-937-4264. American Legion Post 16 to meet the second Tuesday at 6 p.m. Munster Town Hall, 219-554-9166. Calumet Breweries, 6535 Osborne Avenue in Hammond, 219-845-2242. Calumet Park Cemetery and Funeral Chapel, always supporting our veterans, 2305 West 73rd Avenue in Maryville. Call for special veteran savings and complete burial packages, 219-769-8803, or the chapel, 219-736-5840. DAV Chapter 17, they meet the first Thursday at 7 p.m. at VFW Post 802, 5820 Holman Avenue in Hammond. DAV Chapter 80, they meet the second Friday, which is tonight, in Cedar Lake at American Legion Post 261, 13050 Washington Street in Cedar Lake. You can reach them at 219-386-2282. John Rodriguez will be there today. I'm not sure what time, though. Probably early.
Butch Fortner told me that John will be, I think, in Cedar Lake. I do not know. He sent me a text, and when I get my phone back, I'll announce that. I forgot to say that.
Cool. DAV Chapter 102, they meet the first Friday at the Fraternal Order of Eagles, 805 Elm Street in Valparaiso. Doors open at noon for claims, meeting from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Then claims will start again until they are done at 219, or you can reach them at 219-200-0404. Laborers Union 41, International Union of North America, 500 Superior Street in Munster. You can reach them at 219-924-7922. Military Order of the Purple Heart, Chapter 721. They meet the second Thursday at 7 p.m. VFW Post 802, 5820 Holman Avenue in Hammond. Family Dental Care. Veterans receive free exams, x-rays, and cleanings, as well as 10% discount on all other services. 7 convenient Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana locations. Chicago's east and south sides, Calumet City, Crestwood, Oak Lawn, Evergreen Park, Munster, Indiana, and their newest and second location in Indiana coming this year to Griffith, Indiana. Call 219-804-9329 to schedule your appointment in Munster, or go to www.familydentalcare.com. Schedule at other locations. Ron J. Pressmer Insurance Agency, for all your insurance needs, auto, home, life, health, business, and more. 7207 Indianapolis Boulevard, Suite 1 in Hammond. You can reach them at 219-844-0103. Kuziak Construction, 1235 Summer Street in Hammond. You can reach them at 219-923-3007. Dave Kuziak Show precedes Veterans Views and airs every Friday from 6 to 9 a.m. Central, so be sure to tune in. WJOB, JED TV, 104.7, 12:30 a.m. for your Friday morning programming. Our newest contributor, Heroes Helping Heroes, Northwest Indiana. Heroes Helping Heroes, IN.com. is the website. The contact the founder, Rich Tokars, at realtorricht@gmail.com. You can reach him at 219-670-2501. And 988 is a suicide crisis.
Suicide Lifeline.
Lifeline.
Yeah.
Lifeline. Sorry.
Suicide Crisis
sorry.
Lifeline. 988. Yes, you can text or call 988. 24/7, 365. Add a 1. You can speak with a peer support veteran and use it. It works. I've used it. I may use it in the future. It's a wonderful service to have for us. And also, Butch, let's see. Butch told me when John Rodriguez will be, let me go look this up if I can find that.
It usually gets there at like noon.
Okay. Yeah, and then they'll go until the last person.
Right.
Yes,
It
yes,
usually shows up around noon.
yes, yes. And I believe he had said Cedar Lake.
Right.
This week today, September 12th. Anyway, on that note, thank you for our contributors. If anyone wants to partner with us going into 2026, please email Veterans Views Contributor, all one word, Veterans Views Contributor @gmail.com, or you can call the station at 219
945
845.
845 1100.
Oh, that was a slam dunk, Leslie.
thank you,
Yeah,
thank
good.
you.
Oh, that's.
I'm a little sleepy. No coffee this morning. I apologize.
Yes. And on that note, we're opening up the phone lines as well. So please call in. Let us know what's on your mind. Ask Kelly some questions about what she's going to actually announce very, very soon after I stop talking is the wonderful 26th Annual Victory for Veterans Ride. Or if you just want to talk about what's going on, see what's on your mind, tell us about your events. 219
845
1100. So tell us about the Victory for Veterans Ride.
So registration starts at 9 o'clock. It's $25 a single rider, $40 a double rider. You get our ever-loved souvenir pin that we have every year. It's always something that people attend just for that, or they'll buy a registration and not necessarily show up, but they want that pin. You get food and beverage tickets, and then we have a live band, which this year it's Star 69 with Mick Montrose and Zachary Qualcombush. So we'll have that. That's from 1 to 4. And then the registration ends at 11 with the ceremony taking place right after that, which Rocky here will be part of. Mm-hmm. And then we'll have a couple of other speakers. And then the procession leaves Wicker Park at 11:30. So this is the one thing that we've already got a billboard up on Indianapolis just south of here. is the traffic delay awareness.
Yeah.
It's a big deal
Yeah,
because
it's a mess.
there's some people that just aren't happy about it, and there's, believe it or not, there's some people that have no idea that this was even happening. So we want to make people aware as much as possible, as in much advance awareness as we can. So we do that on social media, like I said, with the billboard. We do it on our radio shows. So the ride actually leaves Wicker Park at 11:30, goes west to Calumet Avenue, then south to Route 30, then east on Route 30 back to Taft, Cleveland, Indiana 55, north on Taft 55 back to Ridge Road, and Ridge Road west back to the park. So depending on the number of bikes, it takes no less than an hour.
Yeah.
And it's been so long at some point where, as the tail end was leaving the park, the front end was coming back to the park. So
Wow.
Was that when I heard there were almost
Wow.
4,000 bikes one year? Is that true?
No,
3.
No,
was
it looks
oh,
like a lot
okay.
because they fill the park. So when we're staging the bikes, which Amber does all that, so when you get them all lined up to the front gate on the west side of the park, and the trail of bike goes all the way around back to registration. So like I said, 2017 we had 2,200. That's a lot.
22. Okay.
It's a
Yeah.
lot. And so there's people that come that choose not to be in the procession simply because if you've been in the motorcycle arena circle and you're concerned about safety, you just don't know who you're riding next to. And so they choose to stay and support the event by staying in the park and letting the ride.
And it looks like we have a caller. And by the way, Joe, could you download the Victory for Veterans Ride flyer and just show it anytime on the screen there periodically for us? Go ahead, caller. You're on Veterans Views. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
I can hardly hear you. Joe, could you turn the volume up just a smidge, please? Still can't
Okay,
hear it.
hang on a second.
Is that
Hang on.
maybe it's you, Joe?
I don't know.
Joey Payong from
Hang on a second.
American
That's
Legion Post
awesome, man.
54.
I got my speaker right now. Can you hear that or no?
No, we can't hear you, Joe.
I can hear him. You
All right,
can't.
wait a minute.
I can
And then
hear
how's that?
I can hear you.
Okay,
I
just
can
go
hear you.
ahead, Joe. The others can hear you.
Okay, that's fine. Just calling to say hello to everybody this morning. Rocky and Steve and you guys and stuff like that.
Better, thank you.
Two things. Tomorrow morning is the Veterans Breakfast over there at the Cafe Stylus. 74, was it 74, 74, 47, I think 74, over there in Broadway, 8 o'clock. We all get together, veterans, on the second Saturday of the month, and just have a good time. I'm hoping that Rocky and Steve will make it and stuff like that, along with you. I know, Connie, you've got a funeral, or got a couple funerals, and
I actually
hopefully-
have 3 funerals tomorrow, so I apologize. I
Leslie,
won't be in attendance.
Yeah, well, but sooner or later we gotta nail you down and stuff like that, and then Leslie and stuff like that. So that's the one thing. And then Connie, I tried to do the best. I think I sent you the thing for Barbara's thing in 2 weeks for the American Legion Post 54's sip and paint and stuff like that. Did you get the copy?
No, I actually didn't. If you sent it, I did not receive it, but I've been having problems with my phone. Could you please resend that to me this morning?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I sent in a text message to you and stuff like that, So okay, we can resend it again. But anyway, that's in 2 weeks on Thursday the 25th. American Legion Post 54 Auxiliary is doing a sip and paint thing. It's a real nice thing. We had it once before, and it seemed to work out real good. And it's a fundraiser that the ladies do, so that the money that they get helps veterans when they're in need of utility bills or car payments or something like that, or something they need, or if we lose somebody and they put out a dinner. So that's where the money goes in the fundraiser. So you don't think it's going in somebody's pocket and stuff like that. But anyway, we're hoping to get a nice crowd. I do believe we have the minimum. We have raised the minimum that we need to 20 people. I do believe Barbara said we got to 20, and we're looking to go a little bit over that. So like that.
That's
But
wonderful.
anybody wants to? It's Thursday the 25th from I do believe 6 to 8 over at the VFW in Hobart. What is that? 540 Indiana Street in Hobart, Indiana. Okay. You get any information on that? Give my wife a call. Her number 219-629-3967, and I'm 219-629-3966 in case you can't get hold of Barbara. Okay, guys? But that's in 2 weeks on Thursday. Okay. And then Connie, I'm all situated for my reunion. It's all taken care of already. Okay, so okay, just let you know. All right.
All right, wonderful. Let me know, Joey. And what color crayon did you eat this morning?
I have a raisin brand. There was some raisins or crayons. That crayons are broken up. It must have been a black one. Of course, I wasn't sure if it was raisins or crayons. I'm not sure.
Joe, you were 629-2166.
I'm 629-3966 is me, and then Barbara's 67. I've had it for years, and we just one number apart. So yeah, we're basically just one number apart.
Okay.
So either way, and it's $40, up front, stuff like that. But the lady, it's covered. You can even pay at the door now, I guess, because they made the 20. That's all. See, she don't want the lady that does it. She does it for a living, and she wants to make sure that who's ever coming, make sure that you got enough to cover the class. But right now they've covered the class. So yeah. So, but it's supposed to be a good time, and for a couple hours, and she'll teach you everything you need to know about being a professional Picasso. So
And then that breakfast you said tomorrow morning or next week, next Saturday?
No, tomorrow morning. So that's the second Tuesday, 8 a.m. over at Cafe Stellulose.
Cafe Stellulose.
Yeah.
It's 7454 Broadway in Maryville.
Okay.
Yeah, 74th and Broadway. I know it's the corner of 74th and Broadway, and only the other two numbers. But yeah, 74th and Broadway, 8 o'clock, and a bunch of us will be there and stuff like that. I know Rick's going to be out of town, so Rick Johnson won't be there. So, but we'll still have a good time with the rest of the people that are there and stuff like that, so, okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right, you guys going to make it there, you think? Steve, you going to make it this time, huh, buddy?
Steve's radio.
doesn't have
We have to knock him out and put him in a burlap bag. That's the only way Steve's going.
So Cafe Stellulose at 08.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 08. Yes, sir.
Until about, 11, right? Or when everybody's done. You kind of stay around till 11 a.m.
Yeah, right. Like me, I've got something to do, so with Barb, so I'm going to eat and leave. We'll probably be going about 9:30 or so like that. But yeah, you're welcome to stay till 11 o'clock and talk to the other guys and things. They let's have the hall there from 8 to 11. So yeah, that room there. So yeah, and then they get ready for their lunch crowd, and that's all they have. So yeah, it works out real nice. Real nice people, real nice food. I think you'll enjoy it. Really, if you make it out there. Okay, okay.
Awesome, Joe.
Okay, all right. Welcome back again, Rocky. Good to see you. Good to see you with ears with the earphones on your ears this time, stuff like that. So welcome back. And Steve, hope to see you tomorrow morning, buddy. If you can make it, okay?
Steve's gonna come with me. I'll drag him out of bed.
There you go. Good. Okay, great. You need any help? Let me know.
Yeah. Appreciate your call, Joe.
All right. Have a good day, guys. God bless. Okay.
My best to Barb and Quincy.
Can I add one more thing about the
Please.
day of the ride?
Please.
So I just want to say thank you to our sponsors, which is USW Local 71 for sponsoring the ride, Kelly Law, Sounds Cool Live Audio, Titan Tax Services, and we have a breakfast that's going to be hosted by American Legion Post 180 that morning. So come out and support them. Their breakfast, the day of the ride, opens at 7, and I believe it's $12 a person. But Post 180 is located right on Jewett Street in Highland. So please come out for that before the ride.
So the breakfast is at Post 180?
Yes.
It's 07?
Yes.
Cool. So while I have a second, after tomorrow's breakfast, I'm going to plug my post here, Post 66 in Griffith. Tomorrow is their end of summer bash. So we got a bunch of bands playing, the Sky at Night, the High Street, and the Little Giant. And that starts at 1300 and throughout the rest of the night. So come out. I'll be there tomorrow volunteering and there's a lot of good bands and a lot of good vendors and everything over there. So come out to Griffith, Indiana, over there, Post 66.
I just got an invite for that today, so I'm going. No.
No, but there will be cool vendors there. I mean, they'll have pizza and tacos and all that good stuff. And then the music is really, really off the chain. It's I'm telling you, I have a lot of fun there every year, and it's really a healthy Legion, and there's a lot of membership there. So come out and have some fun and network and meet all the local veterans and everything from Griffith, Indiana.
They do a lot of good things at that post. That's one of the more popular ones.
Yeah, I know. I got to stay away because really during the week, the only thing to do there is have beer, and I can't drink every day. So, but no, I do more than that. I go there and just hang out sometimes and play top golf and all that good stuff. So,
So we we have somebody on our live chat right now using the handle Bubble is Tired and asking, are we allowed to call and talk about recent topics or just to say what events we have going on? Bubble, you give us a call at 219-845-1100. Tell us what's on your mind. Okay, the phone lines are open right now and will be until 10. So
I will say we encourage military topics and current events for military. Again, we do support local events for military and veterans, but this isn't a political show.
yes, as always, since its founding almost 16 years ago, this show is not political. It's not controversial. We put and always will put veterans at the top of our priority. How can we advocate for veterans? What can we do for veterans? Nothing political. The podcast is for that. And we have a new podcast. We have another caller, Joe? Yes. Hold on, caller. We'll get right to you. Hopefully this is Bubble. So the podcast, we now have a podcast previously known as Veterans Views Podcast, but because of the nature of its controversial nature, where we talk about things that are very important in our community affecting our veterans and our connected communities to our veterans, we have renamed the podcast Beyond the Uniform. That is, if anybody has any interest in being interviewed on that, call me, 219-895-5286, or email Beyond the Uniform Podcast at gmail.com. Again, that's 219-895-5286, or email Beyond the Uniform Podcast at gmail.com. Or you could call the radio station and leave a message on our voicemail, or call this morning, 219
845.
11. Let's do this one more time. I'm going to involve you, Kelly. Okay.
No.
You start us off, Kelly.
219.
845.
1100. Dreamwork make the team work. All right. Yeah, Arthurine is waving her U.S. colors out there. I love it. Good morning, Arthurine. Our caller, go ahead. You're on Veterans Views. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Bubby from the live chat, or you may just call me David. What I wanted to talk about was mostly just the concerning climate that's been happening with, like, in politics, because quite honestly, it's been very tearing. I've seen my aunts talk about it like crazy, my mother's beefing with family on Facebook. It's quite just monstrous to get around.
Yeah, I will say that. So
It's hard
when you
times.
think about the military in general, one thing that can bring us all back to a core in beliefs of being free in this country is that our military is non-political, right? And our military is ordered and instructed by the leaders and generals of our country to work around the world and build relationships with foreign entities to better our freedom, and our military is the reason why we are free. So I think if we find common ground, we can stop spinning such a political view, especially in groups like family members and business and friends, and just talk about our commonalities of our history of our country and the sacrifice that our military has made, regardless of who's been in office. Okay, and just, I would encourage you to spin those conversations that you have of the volatility that you may be facing with the local climate in the political landscape, to spin it in more of a red, white, and blue, and just focus on the heritage and the challenges that we've been through. We've never been perfect, but the challenges that we've been through as a country, and we've utilized our armed forces to protect us and to push us forward into the next generation of freedom. We are more free today than we were 200 years ago. And that is because of our volunteer forces, with the exception of the draft. And I think that it's imperative to continue to lay that foundation. And we won't get into why the political landscape is the way it is, because that's for a different show. But here on Veterans Views, we really want to just make sure that we drive home every single show how important it is to stick together as a veterans community, regardless of your beliefs. We are veterans, and when you're in the left and right, in a battlefield, or the man or woman in your foxhole to the left or right of you, you have the same common goal, and that's to make sure that we stay free as a country. And so that's our advice to you, sir.
Thank you very much. My family does have a history of being in the veterans, and this does seem like it would help spin these conversations to a more softer manner.
Yeah, absolutely, because we all share that. We all have the same blood inside, and we all share that commonality of this country. Sometimes we forget that we are the most powerful, richest country in the world, and that our freedoms are not free, right? And the men and women that have sacrificed over the last couple hundred years of our country have earned our freedom. And when you go to places around the world and you see some of the poverty and some of the things that these other countries are dealing with and their lack of freedom, it makes you appreciate that you were born in this country. There's no rhyme or reason why I was born in the East Chicago Hospital and woke up and was raised in Griffith, Indiana, because I could have been born in the middle of a Jordanian desert or an Iraqi desert and been laying in the dirt, face first in the dirt, and that just is the way it is out there. Those kids have no choice. They can't go to college and become doctors like we can. People in this country have the freedom and the right to become whatever they want. I don't care if they're born in Gary, Indiana, or Harlem, or in the bayou of Louisiana. They can do anything, and it is our choice. And those people on the other side of the world, they do not have that choice. So spin it in a positive light to our freedoms and our history as a country and how we've come together and how we are currently more free, and try to avoid the volatility of what's going on the political landscape. And that, I think, will bring your family together, and it'll bring the conversation to a higher light.
Bravo,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That was very well said.
Yeah.
And you spent a year in 5 countries in the Middle East to see how they live out there.
Yeah.
And I remember when I went to go see you the day of the show, when you came back at your workplace, that one of the first things you told me is what you witnessed out there, and how there's so little opportunity and freedom in so many of those countries where you were at. Although there is some in some of the other countries where you were at, but I remember that is your overriding theme. And then when you came back to the show, your take-home message was be positive, and we have it good here.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah. I came home with a different view on life, truly, and I think a lot of veterans do. And whether you have been overseas or not, if you've served in the military, you are drove into your foundation of your existence that we are minimalists, right? We sleep when we can. We eat when we can, we drink when we can, and it's Charlie Mike, it's continue mission, it's make it happen, and it's for the commander's intent and for the better good of us as a troops and as a force. Mm-hmm. And you stop thinking less about beyond that, and you start thinking about what's in front of you. Mm-hmm. And what you see in front of you in other countries is humbling. When my kids are worried about Wi-Fi and the temperature in the house, these kids are worried about how they're getting their next meal, and they're kicking soccer balls around or kicking plastic bottles around in the desert instead of a soccer ball, because they don't even, they're playing with what they got and they're happy. One thing that I took away is that these kids that are born in these positions, that are in these terrible, they're still happy. They're out there, they're playing, they're laughing. They're not like miserable. They're like, they don't know any different. Humans are generally happy, and when we start thinking about all the things that we have and don't have, then you should have this little bit of self-awareness that I might be being a little bit selfish right now, that my house is only 73 degrees and not 70, Mm-hmm. Think about how other people have it, and then consider all the blessings that you have, and stop worrying about the little stuff that's just going to take away from the happiness of your family. It's nonsense. I don't ever see a reason. I don't ever see a reason to get upset with anybody, because everybody's got the right to their views, and that's what Veterans Views is. Hey, let's come out here. Let's talk about our military history. Let's talk about what kind of benefits we can have. Let's bring on these organizations that can show us, all the things that we can accomplish when we come together. And when we get separated on such volatile political landscapes. That's what I don't want to say this, but that's what they want. They want us to be separated because they want us so far apart because they want our votes in these different directions. What we need to do is collaborate and be together on the same front, and that's how true effect and change can happen, is when we stick together and we keep a positive mindset and we say, let's push forward for the benefits of our disabled veterans. Let's push forward for the benefits of our current troops. Let's make sure that the $800 billion budget that was just passed for the defense bill is utilized correctly and not wasted frivolously, and be honest brokers and be aware of what our country is doing on the military home front, so that we can continue to be more free. And when we focus on things like that, it brings us together. And that's what this show is all about. So yeah, I do understand it is a volatile political landscape, but let's keep it on the home front and let's keep it on the focus of our freedom. And I think that's what we got to continue to do.
And thank you for that. And I agree with absolutely everything except for one thing that you said. And I want to bring this up. First off, I want to say thank you for leaving your family for a year.
Everybody,
for our enduring
everybody
freedom.
Got,
and I can't thank you enough. And other folks who are still risking their lives.
Absolutely.
You were there when it was locked down and those missiles were coming over.
There's so many veterans that have done way more than I am, just the most recent rotation. So,
don't quantify it.
You.
Honestly, you thank you. You gave up a whole year of your life. The one thing though the only thing I don't agree with what you said is that there are times that we should get upset about certain things, because we should never cede our power and our First Amendment rights and our conscience to see if something is not right. We should speak out about it. Then there are times.
Well, we have to get together and we have to push forward.
Yes, and we have to do it not like, I agree, not like this, but find your common threads.
Yeah. Talk
to people. Get to the. Who was telling me this? I was talking to somebody on the phone the other day, and I can't even remember who it was. And she said to me, all the people on social media that are fighting with each other who don't even know each other, and they're just calling each other names, and it's devolving into nothing. If they lived next to each other, they would be friends. Mm-hmm. Get out and get to know people and find the common threads, not the stuff that separates you. But when there is egregious stuff that needs to be, like, taking my oath, we've talked about this on the podcast, my oath of enlistment. When I see something that looks like not a legal order or something that goes against my conscience, I'm not gonna not say something. And I think I call to action everybody to use that conscience.
Yeah.
And that's part of being American. That's part of being a citizen in the United States.
That's part of our freedom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So is the caller still there? Is the caller still there? Caller, if you want to be on the Beyond the Uniform podcast and talk about some issues we can't talk about here, you're more than welcome, and we can get you scheduled. What is your name again?
Good morning.
Yes. It's a different call. Oh, he left. Good morning. We have a new caller. Oh, apologies.
Hey, good morning. It's Adrian.
Hey,
Adrian!
I was trying to get in there, and I know that I'm not going to be able to have the time to get there, so I said, you know what, the second best thing is to call. So I said, let me pick up the phone and call 219-845-1100.
Yeah,
there you go.
Knows it better than me. He knows the number better
like an
than
old
I
pro. Well, we missed you. We all look forward to seeing you this morning, sir. And thank you for all you do, and thank you for being at the show when Rocky came back. It was just such a thrill to welcome him back to the show.
it's great to finally meet you too.
Let us know when you can come. We got the 5-minute warning from Mr. Semino, our wonderful producer in the control room.
Well, this will be quick. Let me
go ahead. We have 5 minutes, so you get the closing
real quick.
thoughts.
I'm going to take a minute of it real quick, and I just want to thank you all. Thank you all for what you do. Thank you for partnering up with the township. Thank you for the Victor for Veterans Right. Thank you for all the things you do, and most importantly, thank you for your service. Thank those that are serving now, current, and those that have, and all our veterans. We at the township greatly appreciate you. We don't care whether you have a D or an R or an I in front of you. We don't care about none of that. This is all about the veterans. This is all about, we want to be the amplifier to get the social things that you do, the different programs that you do out to the veterans, and we can't be happier enough to have you part of the township and the part of the township family, and also to be part of your family. So thank you. I know Kelly has talked to you a lot about the programs we've done, and we continue to do, and those programs that are up and coming. But most importantly, thank you for helping us. Thank you for being partners with us and making sure that we are the amplifier to the veterans that can't speak or just timid to speak, but letting them know that we will be your amplifier. We will continue to fight for the programs for all the veterans that we continue to honor those that served in the military. So thank you all.
Hoorah.
Thank you all.
Good stuff.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Adrian.
All right, we'll see you soon. All right.
That's how success is made. It's just bringing people together on the common front.
Absolutely.
You know, regardless of what you have, you know, what your beliefs are on the other side. There's so many things that we can relate to when it comes to our freedoms, and that's why Adrian. That's why he's successful.
Yes.
Should I say one more thing
Absolutely.
before we get off the air?
And could we put the put one more time? Put the flyer up, Joe. For the there we go. Go ahead.
This is, since you were talking about the foundation of this program. Today is Joe Simonetto's birthday.
Joe.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it really? I did not know
Hey.
that.
So we would
Happy
say happy
birthday,
birthday to Joe.
Happy birthday, Joe!
Is he the big 100 or?
Oh,
You get 3 digits yet?
let's hope he isn't listening to the radio show today. Yeah,
Hopefully,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
that should make
Hey,
it
he
sound
was there
good.
when the Army separated in the Air Force in 1947. So he was a lieutenant back then. He said.
Wow.
Wow.
We're
in
trying
his
to get
team-
him on back on the show. He can't come into the studio to co-host, but I'm trying to, with Cedarhurst, where he's staying right now in the senior facility in Dyer, trying to get it approved through their marketing to Zoom him into the show. So I'm waiting for that type of just have to sign liability waivers, and I haven't heard from their director over there yet. So that's in the works. So he might be Zooming in. At least it's better than nothing.
We miss him at the North Township Veterans Roundtable, so that's our other initiative, which is another separate 501c3. But John Sarnecki, Joe Kwasny, Len Sherwinski, who's with Honor Flight Chicago, and many other leadership from various organizations all participate that, including yourself. So Joe was a big part of that, and we miss him.
We do. And we'll have to all take a little, excursion out to Cedarhurst to see him, I think. I think we should as a group soon.
That'd be good.
Yeah, we miss you, Joe. Happy birthday, sir. And on that note, we have maybe like 1 minute, I think. Arthurine, come in here and wave the flag. I'm going to have Arthurine come in here and wave the flag. Come this way toward Rocky, not in front of the camera. There we go. Wave that flag, Arthurine, Lieutenant Colonel.
we go.
Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. There you go. Back up. There you go.
We can't. Hey,
We can't see your flag.
do it loud.
There we go.
There we go.
There it is.
Good stuff.
Retired Lieutenant
Yes.
Colonel Arthurine
Thank you,
Jones.
Arthurine.
All right.
Yes, we love you, Arthurine. Arthurine is one of the most staunchest advocates for veterans, and we love you. She's going above and
Absolutely.
beyond. So we got to finish things up here, and I'm just gonna say I don't want to have the last word, but what I do want to say, I want you folks to finish this up. What I want to say is be kind. Everybody is going through something right now. Be kind. If you don't agree with somebody, be
Walk
kind.
away. Just walk
away. Be kind. Don't talk about them behind their backs. Don't be nasty. Don't start something. Don't troll a fight. We are all in this together, and we're never all going to agree. But be kind. That's the most important 4-letter word you could ever action verb in your whole life.
That's right.
And love.
Yep.
I was about to say
Kind
love.
and love. Yes. And with that, I'm taking a little break from this show to go on a little vacation. It's been a pleasure to be here with all of you this morning, and I'll be back on the show at a later date once I go on a little vacation with my lovely dog Daisy, my little support dog. Oh, I love her. She's the sweetest. There's no such thing as there's no better love in the world than a dog.
Oh, you're
So,
absolutely
right.
right. You know I love my fur babies.
Yes. So everybody take us out. And you got to be at the 26th annual Victory for Veterans Ride. Yes. Starts at 9. Kickstands up at 9, correct?
Registration starts at 9,
at 9.
and the ride leaves the park at 11:30.
At 11:30. Got you. And that's on the 20th. Is that a Sunday?
Yep. It's always the last Sunday of September.
Yes. And we'll be talking about these folks will be talking about in the show in the next week. So, all right, with that, everybody, any closing thoughts for this wonderful program?
No, I'll see you all at breakfast tomorrow in Hobart, and then I'll see you at the Post 66 end of summer bash tomorrow.
Thanks
Beautiful,
for having me.
beautiful.
Thanks for having us.
Go out. This is the United States of America. Go out and be kind and make it and be strong. Kindness is strength. Hoorah.
Hoorah!